we're back. We're talking about Evil Dead. This time, Evil Dead. Not Evil Dead. The Evil Dead. Not Evil Dead 2. Not Army of Darkness. But Evil Dead. 2013. This is the fourth Evil Dead film. The first one not directed by Sam Raimi. And it's, yeah, kind of a retelling of the first film, which we have kind of had a couple of times, because we've had Evil Dead, and then kind of the start of Evil Dead 2, which is basically a retelling of Evil Dead 1. Yeah, this one is very different. We have a whole new cast of characters. And I like... So... Well, actually, I should talk about the intro. The kind of intro is almost a separate thing that doesn't get touched on a lot. I'd kind of like... I think that's maybe my main criticism of the film, is the... We don't get to see a lot of the... we don't get to know much about the characters from like right at the start of the film. It would be nice to see a bit more of them. A little bit more of an explanation, maybe. But yeah, it's yeah, we get basically a crazy... Well, we get what we think is like, yeah, crazy people trying to hunt down this woman, and what we realize is, no, she's actually a Deadite. She's really been controlled. It's just, yeah, they're doing what they normally do. Deadites is just pretend they're human and go, I'm perfectly fine, bite your face off. So we get this whole group of characters that, and including her dad, who has to burn this lady to save her. And so they do, and that's kind of that with our characters. So that's my main... I think my main complaint about this film is just, it's not a big one. Let's be honest, it's not that big. It's just I would like to see what happened to those characters a bit more. Did they just leave? Did they go home? Like, what happened? And maybe I missed it. To be fair, I might have missed it in the film. Someone, yeah, leave me a comment if I did, because they very well could have just missed something in the film. That is not beyond. Yeah, that's not beyond me. That could have just happened. I could have missed something. We do have like a whole group of characters who, yeah, like the original film, are going up to a cabin. This time it's for Mia, the main character of this film's sobriety. Basically, she's kind of had these problems before, and it's hopefully they can try and get her clean again. Which is I think it's an interesting one, because it's a good way of explaining away, because a lot of times other characters are generally ignorant to the main character, them kind of going, hey, shit's bad, holy fuck, we need to do something about it, we need to get out of here. And it's a good way of explaining why the other characters just like, no, we're not gonna listen to you. You need to get better. You need to get better. Yeah. I do like that explanation, because a lot of times it's just like, I'm going to ignore you. Anywho. You're just like, oh, okay. Or it's like kids and just like, these dumb kids, what are they doing? What are the dumb kids doing? Things like that. So I like that explanation personally. I think it's a good way of explaining why characters would just be like, the fuck are you doing? And it's, yeah, it's like new to this film. And yeah, like I said, this film is very much horror. There's I don't think there's any really comedy in it. There's full-blown horror. It's very much like the original Evil Dead. There's not really any comedy in it, which is fine. Like, yeah, they're doing their own thing. Yeah, it's fine if they want to do more of just more horror, and I don't think it's bad because of it. They're playing to their strengths, and it is a lot more horror than like the classic Evil Dead. There's some fucked up shit. And yeah, they kind of the Necronomicon. We've got an idiot who's like, I'm gonna read the Necronomicon. Hey, you know the bit that says "Do not read"? I'm gonna read it. Why have we got to have a character that's an idiot? But we have a character that's an idiot. So yeah, we have a character that's an idiot. Because of course you have to. It's a horror film. You have to have a character that goes off by themselves, or is just an idiot because they're like, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. It was Moses. Sorry, I just remembered something. This probably won't mean anything to anyone, but my Return of Damaging thing, I was thinking of who it was. It wasn't... I was thinking of Noah, in Noah's Ark, who split the sea. It's fucking Moses. So it's just been bugging me, so... this is probably unrelated, and there's probably very few people that watch both this video and that video. But fuck it. For you guys, for that one guy who's seen both, nice. Yeah. But, yeah, he's just an idiot. Because, of course, you have to have an idiot in a horror film. It's just kind of like, I'm going to read the thing that says do not read. How you... And I do, and Deadites attack. Yeah, we kind of have a more extreme version of the tree scene from the first film. I'll leave it at that. That is interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. And just, yeah, we slowly kind of see... It's weird, because the main character, yeah, is like a Deadite or is evil for quite a bit of the film. And you kind of, I guess, assume that she's not going to be the one that survives. In some ways, where you're like, oh, well, surely she's not going to survive, and it's going to be the other characters. And like, nope. Nope, she is going to survive, because apparently, if you throw a Deadite in dirt, they become better. Apparently, they don't like dirt. If you, yeah, bury them, they don't like it, so they get better. But yeah, so slowly the rest of the cast get turned into Deadites or get horrifically murdered. One of the two. And some of them are, yeah, just fucking brutal. The way the, like, one of the characters just cutting up her face is just like, holy shit. And there's some good ass horror in this film. I can't deny. I love it. I love this film. I think it's really good. It's very much a film that, yeah, is a remake, but very much kind of improves on the original. And yeah, but is also very much does its own thing at the same time. It's weird to say that. It's like, oh, it does its own thing, but it's also improves. It's kind of, yeah. It's really well done. I'm kind of annoyed with myself that it took me so long to watch this version of the film. I only just watched it, well, yesterday for me, which, yeah, is kind of my bad, because I love this film. Maybe I wouldn't appreciate it as much now as then, because I wasn't that into horror, and I'm slowly watching a lot of horror, slowly shoving a lot of horror into my brain. Yeah, I love this film. I can't speak highly of it enough. I didn't really kind of expect the main character to actually be the person who's basically been trying to kill people all this time. Yeah, it's kind of shocking. And yeah, you kind of assume it's the character who's, I guess, kind of the Ash character in a way. Yeah, because the original film, the Ash's sister dies and pretty much everyone else dies. And his girlfriend and all their friends. But yeah, in this it's Mia who survives. And fights off some Deadites and wins. And yeah, it's just so bloody at the end of this film. Oh, and it's so good. And yeah, we get a little tease right at the end of Ash Campbell, which is more just a kind of a it's more just like a kind of nod to classic fans of the films more than anything. Like it's not like Ash is here to, I don't know, help out and get them to fight Deadites together. They're not going off together. It's literally just Ash. Yeah, it's probably shot completely separately from the main film. It was just thrown in as a little Easter egg for kind of classic fans. So it's not like he's getting Maya to join to the Evil Dead initiative. They go team up in some way. I don't even know if this film is canon to the old films or not. It's confusing in that regards. I'm not quite sure where that lands overall, because we just kind of see Ash by himself. He's just there to say groovy. So maybe that's another complaint for mine. It's just like, I mean, it's not really a complaint. It's kind of not a complaint, but it's just like, yeah, Ash is just there to be like, just more of a nod, which, yeah, it's not really a complaint, let's be honest. I don't really care. I love it. I'd love to see that, and I don't think Ash appears in the next film. I'm not even sure if anyone from this film appears in the next film. So I think as far as I'm aware, it's very much its own thing. So we'll just have to wait and see and get to that film. Which, yeah, I'll probably wait for a home release of that one. So it'll be a while before we get there. That's fine. We're going to be covering next. We're going to be covering Ash versus Evil Dead. And as I said before, yes, we will be covering every single episode of Ash versus Evil Dead, because I'm a madman. I think this might be, no, it's not the longest show, but it technically is in terms of runtime, because I did do Godzilla versus Godzilla the series, which is about 40 episodes, but they are 20 minutes long. So this is 30 minutes, but they are also a lot longer. I think they're like 30 or 40 minutes sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to eject this disc, and yeah, I'm going to get ready for bed. This has been fun. I love me some Evil Dead. And yeah, I look forward to covering some more of it. And as I always say, if you want me to cover any horror films, let me know. Let me know. I always look forward to discovering new horror films. I think once we're done with this, I'm going to do some more standalone horror films for a bit. Yeah, ones without any preconceived knowledge of. Just some new horror films that I've got in the bank that basically I've already bought, so might as well cover them. But yeah, for now I say, live long and prosper. And I'll see you for the next video, which is Ash versus Evil Dead. Bye for now.